Have you ever wondered why you behave a certain way in relationships? Well, psychology offers a fascinating explanation: attachment styles. These are patterns of how we think, feel, and act in intimate relationships, shaped by our early experiences. There are four main types: secure, anxious preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant. Each style impacts how we connect with others, our expectations, and even how we handle conflict. Understanding your attachment style can provide valuable insights into your behavior in relationships. Let's begin with the secure attachment style. This attachment style is marked by a strong sense of self-assurance and comfort in relationships. Those with secure attachment styles have an easy time developing both close intimacy and healthy independence. They are unafraid to express their feelings, and they trust their partners to respect and reciprocate their emotional openness. Communication is a strong suit for those with secure attachment. They are not afraid to voice their needs or concerns, and find it easy to understand and empathize with their partner's feelings. In terms of relationship longevity, secure attachers tend to excel. They form strong, lasting bonds, and are able to navigate the ups and downs of relationships with grace. They are reliable, consistent, and balanced, providing a solid foundation for their relationships to flourish. People with a secure attachment style are generally confident and balanced in their relationships. Next up is the anxious preoccupied attachment style. This style is characterized by an intense desire for closeness and intimacy, coupled with an acute fear of being alone or abandoned. People with an anxious preoccupied attachment style often find themselves in a cycle of worry and uncertainty about their partner's commitment and availability. Their relationships are marked by an excessive need for reassurance and approval from their partners. This can lead them to become overly dependent, seeking constant validation, and often interpreting small, insignificant actions as signs of rejection or abandonment. They might often find themselves questioning, does he truly love me? Is she going to leave me? Their constant quest for security and reassurance can, unfortunately, become a self-fulfilling prophecy, pushing their partners away and creating the very abandonment they fear. It's like they're caught in a whirlwind of insecurity and anxiety, always looking for signs that their relationship is safe and secure. People with an anxious, preoccupied attachment style often feel insecure and anxious in their relationships. Moving on to the dismissive avoidant attachment style. This style is characterized by a strong desire for independence, often seeming aloof or detached in relationships. Individuals with this attachment style might appear self-sufficient and maintain their distance, avoiding emotional closeness. They may find it challenging to trust others, which can lead to a reluctance in forming deep connections. Their emotional distance is a self-protective measure, a wall built to guard against potential hurt or rejection. This avoidance of vulnerability can often be traced back to early life experiences, where their attempts at forming connections might have been discouraged or even ignored. Being emotionally distant does not mean they lack emotion. Rather, they keep their emotions under strict control, often preferring to rely on logic and reason over feelings. This preference for autonomy over intimacy can make relationships with those of a dismissive avoidant attachment style seem complex and challenging. People with a dismissive avoidant attachment style tend to keep their emotions under tight control and may struggle with intimacy. Lastly, we have the fearful avoidant attachment style. This style is a complex mix of anxious and avoidant tendencies, creating a push-pull dynamic in relationships. Those with this style crave the warmth and connection that close relationships offer, yet they also harbor a deep fear of rejection and abandonment. Their behavior may seem contradictory, as they simultaneously reach out for emotional intimacy and then retreat in fear. This dance of approach and avoidance can be confusing to both the individual and their partner. Trust issues often underpin this attachment style. Despite longing for closeness, individuals with a fearful avoidant attachment style may struggle with trusting others, fearing that their vulnerability will be exploited. Navigating relationships with a fearful avoidant attachment style can be challenging, but understanding this style can be a powerful first step in breaking the cycle of fear and avoidance. People with a fearful avoidant attachment style often find themselves torn between wanting closeness and fearing it at the same time. So, why is understanding your attachment style important? Well, it's like holding up a mirror to your relational self. It fosters self-awareness, propelling personal growth and the enhancement of relationships. Remember, attachment styles are fluid, influenced by a plethora of factors, such as early life experiences and relationships. They are not definitive labels. but rather tools for exploration and understanding. In understanding your attachment style, you open the door to deeper self-awareness and the potential for healthier, more fulfilling relationships.